Hi everybody, welcome back to our little folder project. This is a design team project for Country Craft Creations. We are using Voyage from Authentique as well as Navy Artisan cardstock, the regular graphic 45 tags, and I used a few pieces from my stash. Alright, and you can get everything at Country Craft Creations. I will have it linked below. I've gone ahead and made my cover. You will have found the measurements in the cutting guide, but you can go ahead and make yours as well. It is 2 pieces of medium weight chipboard, again, from Country Craft Creations. That is 6.5 by 4 3/4. So you need 2 of those, one for the front, one for the back. And then you need one 6 1/4 by 1 1/2. And I'm sorry, I have cat hair everywhere because Holly was all over me. I could not get her to leave. I tried to record for about 15 minutes before I finally got her to leave. And it looks like Jolly's going to try to make an appearance as well. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why they're so bubby today. Okay, oops, and there comes Jolly. Now, for your spine, you're going to need a piece 2 by 4 7/8. 2 by 4 7/8. Score it at a 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, and 2. So just scoring it every 1/2 inch. And on one side you want to put a piece of 1/4 inch score tape, pretty close to the fold right here in the middle. And then on the back side you want to put 3/8 in each of the spaces between the scores. Okay? And you're going to fold it in half. Excuse me. Actually, now that I'm looking at this, you only needed one of these two. So you need one each on the outside and then one in one of these, and it doesn't matter which one. But I did 2, and it'll be fine. So I'm just going to remove that. Put them away. Okay. And I think while that is folded over, I'm just going to trim these a little bit. Sorry. So I'm just going from the folded edge just down to that score mark that's halfway down. Okay. Oops. And then we are just going to fold that open. And fold the other side open. So we have a fin. This is just like all of our other spines that we make, except that it is just one. Okay. And then, in order to make sure you have good flexibility, you just want to play with it a little bit, rocking it back and forth. Now you'll notice this is considerably shorter than the spine of our book. Usually it's not that much shorter. The reason for that is we're going to put it semi near the bottom, maybe about a 1/4 inch up from the bottom, and then attach our pages, and that leaves room for the tags to not be sticking way out, which is a look. If you like that, you could make your cover short and have all the tags sticking out the top. But I am not going to do it that way. So we're going to put this centered side to side and about a 1/4 inch up from the bottom. And I'm going to just sort of eyeball it, which is probably not the best way to go, but that's what I'm doing. I think it's a little bit too far right. Let's try that again. There we go. And burnish that down, and then just continue moving that back and forth and burnishing. The more flexible it is now, the more flexible your page is going to be, and that's pretty bulky, so okay. Oh. So now when we made our pages, we have this opening, and that's going to go on this spine like so. Now this is extremely bulky, so normally I say leave it about a 1/16 of an inch up from the bottom when you put it in. In this case, I'm going to say put it, oh gosh, at least 1/8 up. could have left the back on my tape until I got it placed where I wanted it, but so be it. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, that's okay. All right. And then you want to just flip it over, and we'll need to get a tool to reach in there and get the back of that tape. And oops. There we go. Okay. So now, all right, so we have that. Like that. Looking good. All right, so we need to decorate the whole cover inside and out. Put something here and here, and we need to mat the pages where our tags are, and then maybe do a little more embellishing. Okay, so we have a little bit to go. I think what we should do, I'm wondering if we should just continue the pocket thing and put pockets here and here, and then make a little something to put in each of those pockets as well. That might be nice. Let's do that. Okay, so we want, I think I'm going to have them finish about, well, let's measure that from there. Is it going to be a little bigger? So 1 3/4 high. So we need to cut our 2 pockets, 2 1/4, and we want them to finish 4 3/4. So that's 5 3/4. So we need 2 1/4 by 5 3/4, and we need 2 of those. Okay, so we're going to score these both short sides at 1/2 inch and one long side at 1/2 inch. Some tape. Okay, and let's burnish that. And then we are going to trim. I think I'm going to turn it over. It's easier to see without the tape. So we're just trimming up to that intersection, and then and upper corner. Go. Fold and burnish. Lift up a little bit of the tape, so you can see on either side, and then lift the bottom up so that it adheres to that. You always want that bottom piece to the outside of the side pieces. Sorry about the cat here. Because it just makes it easier to put things in and out of the pockets. Okay, there we go. And these are going to go right on the bottom of the front and the back. So I think I'll start with this side. And I'm just pulling off part of the tape just to give myself a little second to get everything lined up. Go. Right, this one. And there we go. Just put this. I need to get a third light. I have two lights, one on each side, but I still always seem to end up in a shadow. I think a third light maybe behind me a little bit. Well, no, behind wouldn't do anything. Well, yeah, it would. If I had something, I'm talking to myself. I need to do something about the shadows anyway. Okay, here we go. So we need to mat the insides and we need to make the cover. And I think I'm going to use a tie closure because we're going to have all kinds of froofy ties coming out the top, and I think it'll just all fit. Let's go ahead and put those in now, actually. I'm going to use this red for the ties. Is that navy? Or is that black? Can't tell. I think it's navy. Looks like navy to me. Okay, so maybe we'll use navy and red. Okay. We'll see. So we're just gonna fold it in half. I like to put it in through the front. You can do it either way. I'm going to do it from the front. Let me open up the loop and just pull this through. And then to cut. We'll trim these nicely later, but okay. The reason I like to do it from the front is I like this little band that forms when you do that. If you do it from the back, you get this little V with the ribbon sticking out, which is also attractive, but I like to go with it like that. That's definitely longer than we need. And then let's do a blue one on here. There we go. There's those. Now I think I want to mat all of the inside before we make the side pocket insert and the two pocket inserts. So let me, now I purposely left, didn't use too much of some of these quieter ones because I think they do well for the fronts of the pockets. Actually, I'm going to take these tags out so these are flat when we're trying to mat them. clearer here. Okay. So I think I kind of like the way this looks with that, so that'll be the first one. And let's get a measurement here. All right, so we want, let me use the blue one so you can see. Clean up this space a little bit here. Okay, so we want our mats to be 1 5/8 by 4 1/8. So 1 5/8 by 4 1/8. Of course, you're watching this after I've already done all this, so you could always do this matting before you put the pages in the book if you want. I'm just going to stick that in there to give me an idea where the top line is. Go. And where did my baby wipe go? There it is. Sorry, I was rescuing half my things from my kitty earlier. Okay, so there's that one with that. And then we're going to have this one with the red, right? Can't remember now which we were going to do. Yes, okay. I don't know, maybe I was going to do the blue. Hang on. I almost feel like these would look better opposite, because there's a lot of red in this one and a lot of blue in this one, so that's what we're doing. Okay, so this one's getting the red. Okay, cool. That one in, and go both sides. I can put this one in. Maybe. I might have to move these later as I get further along. Okay, so then we decided we're going to put the blue one here. And we're probably going to mat behind those as well, but at least we got the main part done. So then we have here and here. So what do we have that looks good with that? Or should we do our inserts first? Then we can match to those. Maybe. Hang on. Let me just see. Just measuring how big I want to make these. Yep, that's a good size. Okay, so this is 5 3/4 by 8 1/2. Okay. All right. Those are going to go in there. So I need another one. I need 2 of those. It's going to go in there. And we're going to round the corners on those. But those are there, and we might as well cut our insert as well while we're at it. And that is going to be 4 3/4 by 4 1/4. So 4 3/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, and let's put that in there. Okay, it's pretty good. Let's see. Yeah, this might be a hair. We're gonna do some corner rounding on that as well. So. I think what I'm going to do is pick out some mats off camera to save you having to watch me dither over that. And then come back and we'll add all those mats to all these inside things, and then we'll do the cover. Okay, so I will be back in a little bit. I'll put a little weight on that and we'll keep going. Okay, I am back. It's been a little while because I had to use my computer to upload the video. Pardon me. All right, so I have cut out a bunch of mats. I did glue mats onto the cover, and I want to show you what I did there first. So I used the blue stars on the front and the back, and the little hexagons on the spine, and I just secured a piece of red seam binding underneath only the spine, because with this cover I want this to be on top of that. Okay, and then I have 2 things for now for the cover, but I'll probably do some more. So I'm just going to set these aside for now, but I've got this cut apart from the collection, and then I just cut this piece just a little bit longer and about the same width, top to bottom. So it's 3 inches top to bottom and a little bit longer, probably 4 1/4, give or take. Okay, so there's that, and we glued these down. So just measure your cover, subtract 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, and that's your mat size. All right, so let's go in here, and I have all the mats cut for this area, but I haven't glued any of them down. So let me show you what I've got. I have the red for the front of the pocket, and then we have this little booklet that we made. And I just matted one of the 3x4s, triple matted it with the navy stars, the little boats, and the red. And I'm just going to glue that to the front. And then I have the same little boats for the back. And I used my quarter inch corner rounder on all 4 corners of the little folder, and also the mat on the back. So that's that. And then I used the little red crabs, and we're going to line the inside here like that. And let's go ahead and do that first. And I've inked everything. So I'll probably fast forward through quite a bit of this matting, just because I feel like watching me mat is probably akin to watching grass grow. That's going to go in there. All right, here we go. All right, then in the middle, I already matted this thing. It's just that little card that we made for the side pocket insert, and I put the lighthouses on one side and the little ropes on the other side. And I rounded the corners. Okay. And then when we get to the back, I have everything cut again. Pull everything out. So I have the anchors for inside there, and I'm using the red again on the pocket lining, I think. Yeah, red. There we go. Okay, and then for this one, I've done something similar. I've got the same boats for the back, and on the front I used this cut apart, and I double matted it. I made the first mat a little wider. With the first one, I did, this is 3 by 4. The first mat was 3 1/4 by 4 1/4, then 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, and then 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. This one I just skipped the first one, so this one's 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, and this one is 3 3/4 by 4 3/4. Oh. That is going to go in there. I have it all the way in. There we go. Okay, and now we have our cover, and what I want to do is something kind of like that. May not need anything else even. Let's just go ahead and put these down, and then just decide if it needs anything else. There's a sticker that says Family Cruise, which I'm not putting on there because I haven't got any idea when or if cruising will be a thing right now. But if you already have some cruise pictures, that might be a possibility. Okay. There we go. And then we're just going to put this one in the opposite angle like that. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's an ice cream truck out there now. I'm definitely in a noisier neighborhood, but I kind of like it. But this morning, or not, I don't know, whenever it was that I stopped last time to pick out mats, I picked the perfect moment to stop, because no sooner had I stopped than somebody showed up right outside my little courtyard, which is right outside my craft room, with some sort of heavy equipment. I think they were grinding down a stump of a tree that had been removed outside, but that went on for a while. Okay, there we go. Now, I really don't think it needs anything else. And I was going to cut these shorter, but I kind of like them. All right, let's go ahead and tie this. And if you don't like it on top of the designs, you could put it underneath the mats, but when I initially put it on there, just for check it for length, I just liked the way it looked on top, so that's how I did it. All right, let's floof this bow a little bit. Okay. Go, and just a couple of these look a little, they need a little attention. Cute. I like it. Okay, I think we are going to call that done. Here. Clean up a little bit here. well, I hope you've enjoyed this project. I have. It's so good to be back in my craft room and crafting. Again, this is Authentique Voyage. It's a design team project for Country Craft Creations. You can get all the supplies there. I used 12 by 12, a little bit of the 6 by 6, a couple of the life cards. I used seam binding in navy and this red. I used navy artisan cardstock. I think that's about it. Anyway, you can get all your supply. Oh, and I used the Graphic 45 regular tags, 6 of them. So you can get all your supplies at Country Craft Creations to make this project. And I hope you have fun with it. I did. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and all those other things. And don't forget to visit Country Craft Creations, who I am on the design team for, and that's what this project is from. Thanks again. Bye-bye.